Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.
Welcome back to another beer review, shelfie beer review time. Stone Brewing. Enjoy by July 4th, 2017. It is unfiltered and it is in a can, and that can is fantastic. Honestly, I love the way this can looks. 12-ounce can, which is good because it's a 9.4% beer. I picked this up yesterday. Spoiler alert, I finally started recording a podcast with my man Nathan Ryerson from Behind the Bar. So it's going to focus on shelf beers that everyone can get, so that those of you who decide to listen, whenever we start posting them, can enjoy what we're drinking and try what we're talking about and all that good stuff. Kind of get away from the hype of beer and all the craziness that is craft beer these days. It is just, it's getting to be too much. It's overwhelming. I'm kind of sick of it right now. Just the insane amounts of like lines people stand in, the beer that they're asking for in trades. Hoppy beers are selling out online now instantly in like 2 seconds. It's just, beer is insane right now. So kind of take a step back and get back to basics and back to shelf beers and just being able to walk into a liquor store and buy something and enjoy it. So that's what we're gonna do. This was canned on May 30th, so today's June 14th. It's got the same thing it always says on Stone: enjoyed by beers, brewed to be enjoyed within 37 days. Says there's 10 different hops, so I don't know why there's 10 different hops in this beer. You can't taste 10 different hops, whatever. We drank this last night, so I'll just be honest with you guys, I liked it, but I figured I would sit with the can and review it, just to see if those of you out there watching liked it, if you guys picked them up, if you guys saw them in your area. This was, I want to say it was $13 for a 6-pack of 12-ounce cans, which isn't bad for Enjoy By. The 6-ounce, when they started doing 6-ounce, or I'm sorry, 6-ounce 6-can, what the fuck, 12-ounce bottles of Enjoy By, they were like, I want to say they were like 15 bucks everywhere, which is crazy. I just washed this glass up, but there's bubbles everywhere, so we're gonna just get rid of them off camera. But yeah, this was I want to say it's $13 for a 6-pack of 12-ounce can, so not terrible. And I mean, it's hazy. It's that kind of orange tangerine. This looks like a West Coast beer. There's a lot of floaties in there. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but let's see if we can. Tons of floaties. This does not look like a New England style hazy beer, but it is unfiltered. I don't know, finger of bright white head. There's already alcohol legs going down the glass. There's glass lacing. This looks like a Stone beer in the glass. So we were talking about that last night. If you're looking for a New England style hazy beer, this is not that. I don't know why like big breweries like Ballast Point, Stone, Lagunitas, everyone who does an unfiltered beer, it doesn't look anything like a New England hazy beer, so people might buy this and say, this isn't really an unfiltered beer. It doesn't look the way I'm expecting it to look. So, it looks good though. It's that golden kind of, like tangerine color, so. It's windy again out here, and I can smell this beer as the wind is blowing in my face, so let's shove our nose in it. So, this is, last night when I had it, it had been sitting out for a while before we started. As it warms, it gets pretty boozy and sugary, but this, ice cold out of the fridge, this smells like tangerine juice. Not juicy like Trillium Treehouse Monkish juicy, but it smells like juicy kind of tangerines. There is, with any Stone beer, any Enjoy By beer, if you've drank Enjoy By beers, there is a big malt presence in this. Very much a malt-driven beer, but just tons and tons of citrus hops. There's a floral thing in here too, and it's got that Stone kind of signature dankness. But yeah, there's a big like bready, crackery, sweet, malty presence under all that kind of hoppiness. This isn't like crazy in-your-face hoppy by any means, but it is. It's all, just think any citrus, orange, tangerine. There's some grapefruit in there. But it does. It smells good. 9.4%. It hides the booze while it's cold. I will say that. As it warms, you kind of smell it, but for this review purposes, while it's cold in my hand, it hides the booze well. So let's go and taste it. Cheers. And dogs decide to start barking. This beer tells you it's a big beer. It is very dank too, mid-palate to finish. This can, I don't remember this last night. This is sticky. The mouthfeel is very sticky, medium, almost a medium plus mouthfeel. This is a pretty full mouthfeel for a stone beer. But that signature stone dankness, bitterness that you're used to, that just kind of ripping the enamel off your teeth kind of hoppiness, is there middle of your tongue to finish. Right up front it is. It's tangerines, oranges, kind of grapefruity, all kinds of citrus. But there is, I mean, this is a West Coast beer. If you don't like West Coast beers, you won't like this beer. Very much a resinous aspect to it. It's earthy, piney, it's grassy, very dank. I used to not know if batches of Enjoy By kind of change batch to batch. If you know Enjoy By, this is Enjoy By. For the price point, for what I got for $13 for a 6-pack of 12-ounce cans, this is a very, very solid beer. A very enjoyable beer. This is one of those beers that I talk about it a lot in reviews lately. New money haze bros will not like this beer. But if you're a fan and you've been drinking craft beer for a long time, this is a good change of pace for all the juicy beers that are being put out right now. And you can walk into a store and buy it. I will say, just as it's warming in my hand, the finish of this, it tells you it's a, close to 10% beer. It gets a little sweet on the finish, super bready, but just there's so much dankness, there's so much bitterness, there's so much like resinous hops that just sit on the middle of your tongue. I don't know what the IBUs on this are, but it's fairly bitter. This is a stone beer at heart. A good change up, like I said, for everyone who's been drinking, crazy tropical fruity juice bomb. So good stuff. For me, this is like in that A- range, like 90, kind of 91. Great shelf beer though. This is a really, really good shelf beer. I will say Nathan had a can of, I think he bought a can, he either had a can or a bottle. He said his wasn't hazy at all. He said his was clear. So it might vary from batch to batch from where it got brewed. I think Stone's Brewing in Virginia. This obviously came from 15 miles down the road. So would be interested to hear if you guys have had it, what yours looked like. But yeah, I'm gonna go straight 90 on this one. Awesome beer. It'll get you hammered just because it's really drinkable for 9.5%. Summertime's coming up. I mean, they want you to drink this before July 4th. It's going to be warm. This is a beer that you could sit and just not realize what you're doing, drink a lot of, and get fucking hammered. So that is Enjoy By July 4th, and that is an awesome, awesome can art. I love this, the way this looks. So like I said, if you guys have had it, leave a comment below, let me know what you thought of it. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys very soon.
Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse, so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't